Out of nowhere, question of the week is going to the one and only Mr. Zombie King. What is going on, my guy? How are you?
What's going on? Good.
Chilling, brother. Hey, man. LFG new show just happened last week or this past Sunday.
Yes.
They have four incredible coaches on there, and I'm going to call them incredible coaches. They are legends. They have
Of course.
done a lot in the industry. So my question to you, sir, is if you were on the show as a professional wrestler trying to make it and get a contract to NXT, and you had the choice, which coach would you want to go with and why?
Undertaker.
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest, it's no challenge. If it's not Undertaker, then it'll probably be Booker T. But yeah, Undertaker. I mean, why go to a student when you can go to the master? I don't know.
No, that's facts. 100%. 100%. But why? What do you feel like you can learn from Taker that you haven't learned in the wrestling business thus far?
Probably more of the whens and whys and when to do it, when not to do it. So just more this feeling of the matches and stuff like that. More psychology if anything. Moves are easy. Telling a story. That's the hard part.
True. All right. Well, Zombie King is going to pick the one and only Mr. Mark Calloway, who we know as the Hall of Famer, the legendary phenom himself, the Undertaker. Which honestly, I agree with you. If I had to put him in order to be Taker, Booker, maybe Mickey James, and then Bubba. But
don't get me wrong, Bubba's pretty good. I mean, Bubba's like, I think when you get out of Bubba, I'll say more. Just real quick, you'll get more of the raw feeling of it. He'll teach you like how to use your feelings correctly and how to adapt to them.
Yes, sir. Well, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Ricky Saints. We're going to talk about if ring size matters. We're going to talk about maybe my guy Big Jim winning some gold. But before we get into anything, let's go ahead and start our show.
Yeah.
Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
What is going on, Ringside? Is your favorite faction is back for another week of wrestling talk. I am with my guys, the one and only, the Zombie King. We are with Mr. Chano Hayes, Chano Theory, Chano the God, Tommaso Chano.
That's still a crazy name. I'm still not used to it.
Chano Starks.
I think isn't it Chano Saint now?
Chano Saints.
Sounds pretty tough. I don't know. That sounds like a legit gimmick name.
I heard somebody say his finish should be called the Saints Row, and I was like, "Oh, that's fire."
Oh,
that is pretty fire. That is fire. We got our guys. We got our guys, Hugh and Brendan, in the chat. They say, "What's up, fellas? How's it going, fellas?" Our guys over there, Championship Culture, holding it down.
Championship.
Our brother Brendan just got a new tag team title. I'm not sure if he got one or two, but he only showed one. So maybe he's only one half tag team champions, because would it be kind of messed up if he didn't get Hugh one? You know what I mean? They're tag team partners. Can't be walking around with just one belt.
I got an inside scoop that the guy said it's just me, Oos.
Ooh, main event, Guy Uso.
Wait, no. All right, no yeet, bro. No yeet.
Brendan says it's only one. Damn, did my twin dirty like that? That's crazy. What's going on, fellas? How you guys doing?
Fighting for my life.
Good.
Your boy didn't have a good eating day. I ate like shit, and I'm paying the consequences for it.
It'd be like that.
Doesn't it suck to see the consequences of your own actions?
It does. I tell you. Can't be mad at nobody but yourself.
fucking facts, brother.
Chada, before we get into the show, man, if you had to choose a coach, what coach would you be choosing from LFG if you were a professional wrestler trying to make it to the E?
I really want to say I want to say I'll give Bubba a chance, but Bubba's been a coach on TNA for the longest, and they been missing on male stars. So I feel like you know what I mean. Booker T has a promotion. I think Zilla would be his most successful prospect. Him or Roxanne, right?
Roxanne, definitely Roxanne is his most successful
Roxanne.
prospect.
So yeah, Rox has a good record. Undertaker's never trained nobody. This is first time. And I think Mickie James has had a good track record with the TNA girlies. So I'll probably go Book. And I'll ask Zilla Fatu if I can be an honorary Samoan. This way I can do all the Samoan moveset.
I feel like if you want to learn like wrestling 101 and understand the business of wrestling and stuff like that, Undertaker's the perfect person to figure that out.
I understand why you guys say that, but I feel like Taker was given such a legendary gimmick and he just ran with it. You know what I mean?
I don't know if the gimmick was legendary. I feel like he made the gimmick legendary.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like
it's
a dead man.
The dead Mormon was just not a like. I'm pretty sure when they came up with that gimmick, Vince was like, "That's it. That's the one."
Don't forget the purple gloves, bro.
Yes,
the purple gloves was elbow crazy. High purple gloves. He made it work.
Listen, was it a questionable gimmick? Yes. Did he make them? Did he make a killing with it? Yes. But at the end of the day, the gimmick was legendary. You know what I mean? I feel like Booker. I feel like Booker has had so much more success outside of like a great gimmick.
I feel like they're all different in their ways, right? Like I said, if you really want to learn wrestling and understand the culture of wrestling because that's what Undertaker's gonna do. He's gonna give you the lesson of a lifetime. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's really gonna teach you how to understand crowds. He's gonna teach you how to understand just the ropes in general. If you want to timing, if you want to get really good on the mic and be kind of nasty on the mic, Bully Ray's your guy. 100% Bully Ray is your guy.
Yeah.
If you want to tap into gimmick work and just going over on a gimmick, Booker T and Mickie James are two perfect people right there.
I mean, don't forget about King Booker.
100%.
I think that when he did King Booker, that like stamp on it. You're a legend. Like you're one of the greatest.
When he told John Cena he could sleep with Queen Charlotte for a night.
Yeah, he was like, crazy. "Oh, that was so funny."
Brandon the guy says he would go with Mickie James because she has the experience inside and outside and has seen the highs and the low points.
That's fair.
That's a good point.
Like I said, true. Those TNA girlies they're pretty solid.
Yeah. Honestly, Mickie James don't even have to work. Her husband's general manager. She could just be. Why hasn't her husband signed her? That's crazy. That man don't love her. I'm just joking. I'm not gonna say
that. She did good character work when she did the feud with Trish Stratus.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Her feud with Trish was great.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. That was the whole feud.
I mean, hey,
that was
good character work. Good character work.
Then they flipped it with AJ, right? AJ Lee kind of did the exact same thing, but wasn't really upset. I mean, she was obsessed with Cena, Dolph for a little bit.
So. I think it was Cena. No, it was Dolph.
I think
she had a relationship with multiple people.
Yeah, Dolph Cena. Then
I do remember both of them.
And she married Punk, so she's doing something right? Because word on the street was Punk was a whore back in his first.
I did hear that. There's plenty of pictures and proofs.
She tamed the wild boy.
Look at that. Usually it's the other way around.
There's been so much. I've been hearing so much like dirt and rumors about CM Punk that it's like when it comes out, I'm just like, that's kind of believable.
At this point, it's like an urban legend. At this point,
the big one is that he's not really straight edge and that he goes to local bars and gets hammered.
Why did I just see that rumor this week? I swear to God, I felt like somebody would have taken a picture with CM Punk with a beer in his hand. Why would you not do it?
I mean,
do you go to anti-wrestling
gimmick?
Do you go to anti-wrestling bars where there's no wrestling allowed or nobody there has ever seen wrestling a clip ever day in their life? Maybe. You're like, hey, my name is Phil. I'm the Phil Mander.
I fought in the UFC.
Sure.
You didn't know him as UFC fighter Phil, not CM Punk.
Yeah.
UFC fighter Phil. That'd be crazy when he goes back like TKO. They're like, "Oh, Phil, what's going on? How you doing, man?"
Phil Brooks. You want to do another match?
Phil.
No.
You want to do
more
another
than
match?
Yeah.
Oh man, fellas, we had a interesting week of wrestling.
Yeah.
Wasn't too bad. Everything was pretty entertaining. But something I want to talk about this week that I saw was just a hate. We spoke about the IWC hating on Jey Uso, and all of us didn't like it. I even think even Nitram was like, man, like stop hating on the guy. He's doing his thing. He's over. He put the work in. But now I've been seeing the hate on Damian Priest. He doesn't
Super
deserve
random.
Damian Priest.
super random, right? Super random.
Super random. I
He
don't
doesn't
get it.
deserve the spot. He doesn't deserve this. Why is he in the main event picture? It should have been Jacob Fatu. Like y'all, this is a former world champion we're
Yeah.
talking about. You know what I mean? We're talking about somebody who sold out in his home country against Bad Bunny. If Brandy Savage was here, he'd be like, I was there in person.
Yeah.
I
mean,
Damian
I
Priest
don't
was
see
super
the
random.
hate.
It was
So-
super random. It
It's
came out of
super
nowhere.
random. So
Like I
yeah,
saw the post, but I was like, well, from where did this come from?
so my question to both of you tonight while we kick off our show is, should Damian Priest be getting all this hate? Let's start with Chano Hayes.
Is he frustrating sometimes to watch because his promos are kind of the same week in and week out? Yeah, but he's a great talent though. He's a very good in-ring talent. It's crazy because they give Jey Uso and Damian Priest opposite ends of the same shit stick. You know what I mean? They give
Mhm.
Jey shit because he's not great in the ring, but Damian Priest is great in the ring. But he's just not really good with like promo work. You know what I mean? So like, pick your
Mhm.
poison. But yeah, they fixed their lips for this, and they want to give a main event spot to Poopy LA Knight. You know what I mean?
Why are we not hating on that?
Why are we not hating on this? He deserves to be a world champion.
Don't even put me in front of those people.
Oh, bro.
Zombie King, you had the luxury of sharing the ring with Mr.
Yeah.
Punisher Martinez, right?
Yeah, man.
So
We're cool friends.
you
think
know
that
him
way.
inside. You know him inside and outside of the business. Man, do
Yeah.
you feel like he should be getting this hate?
Absolutely not. I mean, at the end, let's say, all right, what do you guys want? You want an all-star elimination chamber? Okay, you gotta remember, there's gonna be 5 pins in that match, or 6, depending on the numbers. Can't think right now. So what? Jacob Fatu gotta lose at some point. So why put him in the situation where, even though they try to do a screw job, he still gotta lose. They're not gonna give it to him. So why even like protect him? Like, think of the big picture, fans, not just the moment. Like, Damian Priest is a solid competitor. He has a track record of a world champion. So
Mhm.
he's a good body. He's gonna play a role in that elimination chamber.
Wait,
So
quick question, quick announcement. So, WWE sent out a press release 17 minutes ago that Dwayne The Rock Johnson will be on SmackDown tomorrow in the Smoothie Center. And he said,
Dun, dun,
the
dun.
quote is, "Strap in," said WWE Chief WWE CCO Triple H. When the final boss shows up this time of year, the audience knows that anything is absolutely possible and everything can change in an instant.
I don't know. I felt like they announced John Cena for Charlotte this past Monday. He was nowhere to be found.
Now, I don't feel like they didn't, because he said it in the Royal Rumble presser that he won't be back until
The chamber? Okay.
until the chamber.
Okay. That makes sense.
That's
Well,
actually
hey,
interesting.
y'all heard it here first. 4 sides of the ring.
Yeah.
Just
Listen,
broke. Chana just
I'm
broke
not
news.
getting
The Rock is going to be on SmackDown. Tune in Friday night. Don't miss out on the final boss.
Listen, I know
Doing what he does
SRS
best,
reported it.
changing shit at the last minute.
I know SRS reported it, but they sent me the press release first, and then I forwarded it to him. So
Okay, yeah. Sean.
The boy
Okay,
looks good.
SRS reported it. Fightful reported it first. We'll throw their plugs in there. Shouts out Fightful. Shouts out SRS.
Yeah, but they sent me the report first. You know what I mean? And then
Okay.
then I greenlit it for them to put out there.
Exactly. He was the approver. He was like, you know what? This is approved. Spread it around.
Oh man. But no, I agree with both of you, man. Damian Priest does not need the hate. I think it was crazy when I saw it. I was like, what is going on? Why are we hating on Damian Priest? Why nobody was hating on him when he was world champion? Nitram might say he was a boring world champion, but I don't think he was a boring world champion.
No,
I think I think his creative was boring. I think Judgment Day got boring. You know what I mean? And I'm happy that he finally buried the hatchet with that. He's moved on. He's going to bigger and better things, and he's trying to focus himself being back in the main event picture, as any wrestler should. So, stop hating on Damian Priest. Leave my Puerto Rican guy alone. He deserves every and anything that wrestling has to offer because he has put in the work. And he's one of those guys that, he's going to do everything that you ask him to do at 110%, always. So just leave Damian Priest alone and enjoy
100%.
what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damian Priest said it himself. He's like, he thought when who got hurt, somebody got hurt, and that they had to readjust, and Finn Balor took over. He said thought he was going to get cut. He thought that was it for him. But listen, he made something out of nothing. But you also have to realize it was the IWC. They're a whole bunch of filthy casuals. They could say they're pro wrestling fans, but at the end of the day, we're all casuals. You know what I mean? They have a preference. The IWC is such a small population of actual wrestling fans that it's kind of crazy because it's kind of like an echo chamber in there. Their own thoughts kind of repeat off and bounce off each other, and it's filled with toxicity. And that's what sometimes I can't be on wrestling Twitter, because wrestling Twitter is the absolute worst. Like, if you're having a bad day, you don't feel absolutely worse about your day, go read half these people's tweets. It's crazy because they will shit on Damian Priest, Jey Uso, and then they'll back like Dakota Kai and like other wrestlers who haven't really done anything with any type of spotlight or opportunity. You know what I mean?
100%.
And
There's
you
a bunch of
can,
people that don't know wrestling. That's what it is.
You know what? It's okay to have your favorites. It's okay to have your favorites.
100%.
I have wrestlers. I'm a big Austin Theory guy. It's okay to be fans of wrestlers who aren't really doing anything at the moment and want more for them. That's fine. But you can't want more for somebody who's not getting opportunities and then be mad at somebody who's getting an opportunity because you personally feel like they don't deserve to be there. First of all, who are you and what are your qualifications to decide what somebody's doing? You know what I mean? Like, who are you to make these calls? You probably work at 9 to 5 in Subways making sandwiches all goddamn day, and you're mad about your shitty life and your shitty sandwich job. That you mad that somebody else is living a dream? That's your favorite wrestler can't? Like, bro, it is what it is. It's
100%.
Yeah, man.
100%. If it wasn't Damian Priest, it should have been Dominic Mysterio. You know what I mean?
Nah. I'll fight somebody over Don hate.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, sometimes you just need a body, and you need a person with a solid resume that can take a pin and not really hurt them.
See, I don't even want to say that about Damian Priest, because I feel like saying he's just a body is like kind of like lowballing him. You know what I mean? Like, he's more than just a body.
He worked his way up.
Yeah, I'm talking about, like, let's be honest, he ain't winning. I mean,
100%.
It'll be some like some crazy stuff, but I don't see him winning.
But he's also,
at the end of the day, they need people to take the pinfalls here and there. So.
Yeah. But he's a viable name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You hear Damian Priest, you shouldn't be like, Damian Priest, what? Yeah, this guy sucks. Nah, you know what I mean?
You know what's the funny part about all this, right? Let's say you put in let's say, for example, right? Let's say it wasn't John Cena or CM Punk who wins this Elimination Chamber. And let's say somebody like Damian Priest wins it. They're like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Like, you had the obvious answer right in front of you and you decided to go with Damian Priest. But meanwhile, if CM Punk wins it or John Cena wins it, they're like, oh my God, Triple H's booking is so predictable. Can we get an unpredictable thing here and then?
That's true.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
look what they did for Jay, with Jay right now with the Rumble.
Yeah.
This Jay thing is the same thing as the Cody thing. It was like, Cody's undeniable. Look how much merch he sells. Look how much merch Jey Uso sells. It only says Yeet on it. I'm like, bro, and Cody has an American Nightmare flag. It's a skull with the American flag. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, we'll see. We have Elimination Chamber predictions happening next week for the pay-per-view or the PLE that's happening on Saturday in Toronto. We will see what happens, but stop hating on Damian Priest. Damian Priest, congratulations on making the Elimination Chamber. Man. Congratulations on making your way to Toronto. Hope everything works out for you during that match. But like the Zombie King said, you're probably not going to win. And I think the three of us know that. But we do hope you have a great match while you are out there.
Yeah, man. If you can win. Go and business for yourself, bro.
You guys caught Friday night. The Queen chose Tiffany Stratton.
Mad corny in a super corny fashion, by the way.
Yeah. She's been kind of corny since she's been back, but that's just my opinion.
Corn
Get
balling.
get up, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Open your eyes, Tiffany. It's Tiffy times. I was like, oh, Charlotte, what are you doing?
Well,
Like,
I know
Charlotte,
she's
she's
supposed to be
moving, bro.
heel.
She's moving. Of course, she's awake. She can hear you.
bro, the knee's not 100%. Obviously, you saw she needed help getting through the ropes.
Hey,
Listen, they put in the strap on her
Hey,
regardless. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if that knee's
so
100% or
I
not.
was just gonna say, do we see? Not do we see? Do we want
no,
Charlotte to go over?
no,
No.
no.
Charlotte,
And
we had
and
this
if you
conversation weeks
do,
ago.
yeah, and if you do, you're just a mark. If Nick
Yeah.
Rand or Brandy Savage was here, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, Charlotte has to go over. She's
Right.
Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte.
She is the blueprint. Give me a break.
Mm.
Tiff, put over Tiffany Stratton. Let the future strive and be great like they're supposed to be.
I mean, it'll be
I don't think it was a good choice for her to choose Tiffany Stratton. But we don't
She
want. I
shouldn't
don't.
have.
She shouldn't have. But I don't think Rhea. I think Rhea has a better story to tell with one of the women inside of the Elimination Chamber. So she had to go
She
Tiffany
really
Stratton.
doesn't. She
no.
really doesn't.
Who?
Rhea's best story was with Charlotte. Think about it. Your WrestleMania match with Rhea is not gonna be a babyface match. There's only two heels in that chamber. It's
Yeah,
Liv
I see
and
what you're saying.
you know what I mean? It's Liv and damn, who's the other heel? Because the rest all of them are faces.
Or
No.
or or
Someone turn.
is there really three heels in that match?
Someone turn.
Or Bianca or
Dun, dun,
Naomi.
dun.
Naomi, Bianca. Do you guys really think Liv and Raquel are the ones that
No, I think
or were Jade's
I honestly think it
attackers?
was
It's a
Naomi,
facade.
bro.
It's a facade.
I think it's Naomi. I think she did the girl dirty.
Okay, so here's the game plan, right? Let's say, all right, you go babyface for with Rhea and Bianca, which is nonsense, but ball out. This is fantasy booking. It is what it is, right? A babyface match, and let's say it was Naomi. You think Jay's gonna be like, yeah, Bianca, you should have known better. Just let her rock for her WrestleMania match.
Or what if Bianca's the one that told Naomi to do it and said, "Girl, if you take her out, we'll be tag team champions. You'll be
Yes,
back in the
Double
limelight."
cross,
yes, okay,
double cross,
yes,
double
that
cross.
happened, but you think Jade is ready in the PC? She's gonna be cleared before Mania. Do you really think that happens? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy
Does
talk.
he come back at Mania? There's
Hey,
still a long
Coming back
time
at
for
Mania,
Mania.
coming back at Mania. It's either she's coming back a week before Mania or the Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
I
He,
see the
he
I see the after.
he brought up a good point. There is also another heel. We have Roxanne, who we're also going to talk about later on the show, and she is a heel herself
She's my
too.
sleeper. I'm not gonna lie.
She's also trying to make main roster.
I
I'm not gonna lie,
I don't think.
Rhea Roxanne would definitely cook.
Yeah, but I don't. I think she's already called up, and she's just pulling double duty. She just got a whole win over
Hey, she
the.
got that double OT, bro.
Yeah, man. But she just got like a whole match, went over on Raquel. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
she been on was it, Raw.
Yeah,
She hasn't been
she's been on
talking to
Bailey's
Raw.
ass.
She
Yeah,
hasn't even been talking to Raw. She just been showing up to Bailey's matches in the crowd watching the
but
match.
she's still there. She just
No, I
had a
get
whole
it.
match and went over.
But you know who did double duty and they did it better? Mello. When Mello
Oh,
was on
I mean,
SmackDown doing NXT double duty, but he was
Nah,
actually cutting
let's
promos
be
on
honest. I'm not a
SmackDown.
big fan of him, but Dominic the Mysterio was pulling work.
Yeah,
Boy
but
was
yeah,
Dom
on
was a
a triple
but
duty
Dom was a
at one point.
yes, but Dom was a full main roster guy doing time on NXT.
as
Mello was
champion.
yeah, but he wasn't really kind of
But
but he
it's the
was a
same
main roster
thing.
guy.
What's
No,
different when you go
we're talking about
backwards?
primarily NXT people doing double duty on the main roster. Mello was
Yeah.
doing both at the same time really
And
well.
yeah, I mean, he brings up another good point too. She was supposed to be called up, but her being champion held her back.
Facts.
Roxanne's a great sleeper, and I think Roxanne Rhea would cook if Roxanne was to win. But
Here's
I
the
think
issue.
the Bailey storyline is going to stand and deliver, like we've been talking about, and that's the match we're going to get.
Here's the issue with that. You need the issue with Rhea being a big baby face. You need a heel, just a big of a heel for her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like when she fought Becky last year, like she was still like you could call her a heel last year, but come on. She wasn't a heel. She was a babyface. People screaming, "This is my
I don't think
brutality."
she's been a heel for a long time.
She, bro, I'm gonna be honest with
Status
you.
wise, she's like labeled as a heel, but let's be honest, she was over.
She's been a face for a minute.
Yeah,
Sure.
They put it with Dom to get heat, and it wasn't working because the moment Dom was
no,
off doing
people
something
fell in
else,
love with her more, bro.
yeah, people love Rhea. So
Mm.
it's weird to have a babyface match at Mania for Rhea. It made more sense for Charlotte. So I'm kind of disappointed this is who she chose. Mad corny too, super corny.
It was corny how Charlotte chose
Yeah,
Tiffany.
It's not even heel. It's like
It was very cringing, bro. It's not heel shit, bro. She needed help. She needed the ropes to be held open for her. Like, I guess she's the queen or whatever, but like, it was just corny. Her sitting on that chair, just repeating herself for that 5 minutes, and then I guess she got the pop when she said, "I'll see you at WrestleMania." But
Was it a pop or
no,
was it a?
but
Here
they
we go
should have.
again.
Yeah, I think what they should have done was when Undertaker won the Rumble and they had all three champions line up and like kind of like teased it a little bit or something in that aspect. But to
Sure.
do it like that, I don't know.
So
It wasn't queen enough. If they're trying to make her the queen of wrestling.
I feel that.
anyway, super minute, super shitty, and Tiffany's gonna go back on the back when talking about Charlotte. There was an interesting thing that the women of WWE were unhappy with their booking, and I've been saying this for a minute. When the WWE created those mid card titles, they put a band-aid on a temporary issue. They put a band-aid on the issue that they were never gonna fix. Instead of creating better storylines for these women, they just made mid card titles to give them an excuse to have more matches. But there's still no
Mhm.
substance behind it. Like this mentioned Chelsea Green storyline blows. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, you got BFAB kind of involved into the mix, but that's still not even a great storyline. Nobody else is kind of else involved in that. Like, yeah, you kind of have what's her name, Zelina involved a little bit, but that's not a storyline. She's just chasing a belt. They need to come up with better jobs and better stories for these women to get everybody else involved, rather than just letting championships do it. Because as you can see, the world title, the title picture in WWE is kind of stale outside of NXT. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cody's
Yeah.
situation kind of sucks at the moment. Gunther, is well documented how I feel about Gunther's run. I feel like it's very underwhelming. Both tag straps, very underwhelming. Braun Breaker hasn't been doing anything great with the Intercontinental title.
Yeah,
I
but
don't have
that's
this.
Adam Pearce's fault. He's made that clear on national television.
Yeah. Shinsuke, I'm not even gonna mention Shinsuke because we already know what's up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like everything is
Let's
it's
well
just it's very underwhelming.
let's talk
What's
about
up?
Shinsuke for a second. Well, it's not. Let's involve Shinsuke in a conversation that we're about to have. WrestleMania is coming up. We're in WrestleMania season. We're on the road to WrestleMania. My guy, Big Jim, needs a WrestleMania match, and don't sit there and tell me that he doesn't need a WrestleMania match because I think Jimmy Uso deserves a single WrestleMania match, and I think he deserves to get gold at WrestleMania, and I think he's going to
Yeah.
beat Shinsuke Nakamura for the USA title at WrestleMania, and I feel like him and his brother will both hold gold at WrestleMania.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You think people are bitching and moaning now because Jey Uso has a world title opportunity at Mania? Could you
Bro,
imagine?
Jimmy's better on the mic,
Yeah.
and you know what? I'll say it. He's a better wrestler than his brother.
Mm.
I think the
Better on
best
the
thing is
mic, better on the mic, better on the mic, a better wrestler. I love my dude, and he's a better drinker.
apparently not a better driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a
I'll
good
give you
getaway
better on the
driver.
mic, but I don't know about better wrestler. It's a hard.
I mean,
There's a
it's the
hard
same moveset. It's the same
It is
moveset.
the
He
same
just
move set,
Jimmy Uso does 1 through 5. He does 5 through 1. You know what I mean? So
It's nuts.
they just change the numbers.
they just changed the
You
number.
seen one you seen one Jimmy Uso match. You've seen all of Jay matches.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Jimmy could cook. I think Jimmy has a bag that he just hasn't unleashed yet, and he's getting there.
I'm not gonna
Maybe.
hold you. I have
He is
zero. I
getting
have
there.
zero one two things. I know it's WrestleMania, but I have zero desire to see Shinsuke in a WrestleMania match or any match at all.
I was gonna say in the ladder match.
He's got to have a match. Ladder match would be cool too.
You make both mid card matches ladder matches.
Why not?
When's Money in Bank? Money in Bank does it. It's on.
It's after Mania. Yeah, but it's after Mania.
Oh, so yeah, do a ladder match for the US.
Mm-hmm. And give it to my guy Big Jim.
Yeah,
what you hitting on Jey Uso for, bro?
There's only so many.
That's storytelling right there. He climbs the ladder to.
Mm-hmm. Talk about both Usos getting single gold while our tribal chief is just chilling.
That's it. I can see him on top of the ladder, like, come on, bro, no yeet.
The entire chat just did no yeet with us. You can't see it, but the entire chat just did no yeet.
I felt it.
I'm gonna go back to them comments. I'm gonna look at the no yeet going on.
But I'm saying, I think Jimmy Uso is gonna have a WrestleMania moment, and I think it's gonna be going over Shinsuke Nakamura for the US title, and him and his brother will both have WrestleMania moments, and it's gonna be great. We're talking about a guy who main evented WrestleMania in a tag team match, China.
Come on, one of the best tag teams around.
Yeah, what's the tag team match? Until I saw the match.
If Brenny was here, he'd just keep saying that was not good tag team wrestling.
You know why? Because it was an hour long. But that hour long match.
Because it was an hour long match.
Did they ever did the Usos versus the Hardys? Did that match ever happen?
Probably.
Chat, find that out. The Usos ever faced the Hardy Boys?
They might have. I think when the Hardy Boys came back at WrestleMania that year, it was a lot of New Day.
That was a lot of match.
No, I know that. I'm talking about like when they came back, they won, and then I could have sworn that the Uso Penitentiary was part of that. Like they wrestled each other.
The Usos versus the Hardy Boys, SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, SmackDown, April 9th, 2019.
Yeah,
the Hardy Boys win the tag champs.
I think. Yeah, I remember that because Jimmy cooked Jeff Hardy. He was like, all about the penitentiary and those A meetings. I was like,
damn, bro. But how you gonna say that? You went to the same A meeting, motherfucker?
The AA meetings.
And that was the only match they've had together.
Interesting.
Just the one.
Just that one.
That's interesting. And you see, the Hardy Boys are going to be wrestling on NXT next week too. So
they're coming back.
We'll see what's up.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. Should they be in the Hall of Fame?
Now, China, I'm happy you hopped on that because you are one person who always says AEW ruined this for me. AEW ruined this for me. I can't watch this no more because AEW just takes it above the bar. Right? WWE has announced, or not WWE, Adam Pearce. I'm sorry. I keep getting confused. No, general manager from SmackDown. Golly, Mickey James' husband. Why can't I get his name right?
Nick Aldis.
There it is.
There you go.
Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce has two wrestlers, one Kevin Owens, the other Sami Zayn. They announce an unsanctioned match.
Unsanctioned.
For Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Chana, do you think this was the right call for WWE to do an unsanctioned match? You watched unsanctioned match on AEW plenty of times.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't need to think about all the other matches. I just need to think about the one that had my jaw dropped on the nightcap with Mike, and I wasn't like me and Mike literally got on the nightcap. We didn't say a single word to each other. He was like, "How do you want to do this?" I was let's talk about that first because that was insane. Listen, AEW run unsanctioned matches for me, man. Because Kevin Owens is not going to come out with a chlamydia needle, stick it in Sami Zayn's mouth, and then put a chair through Sami Zayn's head. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that's not happening. There's no cinder blocks. There's not going to be no extreme weapons. It'll be a good match though, but an unsanctioned match is kind of diabolical, to be honest. For somebody like Sami Zayn who's not cleared. You know what I mean? You know what's diabolical? You see a power drive on a cinder block. Really,
that would be diabolical. That would be diabolical. I'm with you, man. AEW has done some things to some stipulations that when you watch it on WWE, it in a sense is kind of childish. It's childish. It looks like it's for kids.
Use
Zombie King, how are you feeling
Nikolai.
now? You've actually shown me an unsanctioned match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens that we've watched together. At the time, Sami Zayn was El Generico, and those two guys went at it. I mean, there was a chair shot that he gave
Yeah.
Kevin Owens that I could have swore gave that man a concussion in the middle of the
Oh, he
match.
did. I'm pretty sure he got one.
But they still went through it. How are you feeling about this? Do you think it was the right call to make this match an unsanctioned match?
I guess, yeah. I mean, what else you can't call? How many times you gonna see Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn?
I mean, I don't feel like you can't get tired of it.
I mean, at some point you need something. You need some type of stipulations to up
That's
the
true.
ante, I guess. I think this match is gonna be an kind of an open door to okay, let's try some more riskier stuff. Like obviously we're gonna see power drivers.
Hmm.
I think we're gonna see the brain buster from the top rope. You know, we're gonna see moves that
That's diabolical, bro. You trying to kill somebody?
or illegal to use in
Okay.
the business for the WWE.
What about KO's original finisher that he didn't? That he stopped using the moment he signed the
What was
WWE
it, the
contract.
Packers draw driver?
Yeah, the package pile driver.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see all that.
Listen. I trust in KO. KO is a mentally sick man
Yeah.
I mean,
who put his absolute body on the line for this shit. So
they definitely chose the two right guys to do this. You know what I mean? In a sense,
Yeah.
you chose two best friends to go out there and just go ahead and say kill each other. They've done it before, but they've never. I don't think they've ever done it in an unsanctioned match in the WWE. But it's hard because it's different now, right? Because
Yeah.
WWE is not tied to this TV for MA. You know what I mean? Like they could kind of show a little bit more blood.
PG-13 now.
Right. Yeah, they could
Getting
show a
there.
little bit more blood. It's not going to be as crazy as an AEW match, right? We're not
Are
going to see
we-
somebody going to get stabbed with a needle
Yeah,
or
no
get
needles.
thrown on a bed of nails or,
No.
at this point, I think all AEW has to do is shoot somebody on live television and they win it all.
Yeah, Art
I'm not gonna hold
Anderson's
you.
gonna come out.
They've done everything but shoot somebody at this point.
I mean,
They've hung,
I'm not the
they've hung
biggest
somebody on
death
television.
matches.
Willer Yuta has probably died 15 times on AEW. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he
So-
takes a lot of the beatings now. If I was him, I'd be like, yeah, no more. Don't sign me up for it.
Bro,
Always get my ass kicked.
they put a plastic bag over Daniel Bryan's head.
suffocated him, right? Yeah, they suffocated him.
Bro,
Hey,
they
man.
put a needle in Swerve Strickland's mouth. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, bro, they
Yeah,
broke
yeah.
a a power. What was it? I think it was a driver through a cinder block, bro. That same match,
Mhm.
literally breaking a chair, putting somebody's head through a chair, bro.
That freaking cowboy drinks
Staple,
yeah,
this guy's
spit-
blood and spit it
stapled
out.
his face. Yeah, spitting, drinking somebody
Thought
else's
he was
blood,
Triple
splitting it
H.
out. AEW has definitely set the bar when it comes to unsanctioned hardcore. Whenever it comes
Yeah,
to just
yeah.
that.
Imagine
crazy.
to a person that never ever watched wrestling in their life, and then you gotta explain this. Yeah, the guy drunk someone's blood, spit it out, needles through his mouth. This is on
Yep.
TV. Yeah, every
Yeah, I'm
Friday,
not gonna
every
hold you.
Wednesday.
I'm not gonna
You
hold you.
gonna tune in?
I met Swerve at New York Comic Con, right? And that was one of the first things I told Swerve. I was like, "You have honestly ruined hardcore matches for me because what you and Hangman did to each other is probably illegal in 45 states.
No.
It's to the point where I couldn't enjoy the CM Punk Drew McIntyre Hell in a Cell match. I thought it was a good match, but you have shown me the true definition of what it means to hate somebody inside of a ring." And he's a very humble man. I would tell you that wholeheartedly because he was like, "Nah, I feel like they moved the industry forward." I was like, "Swerve, you say that, but I saw your head go through a chair." You know what I mean?
I thought
bro?
you
Like,
was dead, bro. I thought you
bro,
died.
like my jaw was dropped. My jaw dropped for 5 minutes after the show. Like I was in disbelief in what I just witnessed. It wasn't about that you losing the match. It's about how you lost the match. Like the
Mhm.
lengths that you and Hangman went through to each other. Like
Yeah.
Hangman and Kayfabe burned down your childhood home, bro. Like that is real life hatred. Drew McIntyre broke this man's bracelet, and that's why they hate each other. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, like you
They
have
comparisons.
ruined. Yes, you have ruined wrestling beef for me.
Drew McIntyre pulled up to his favorite dessert spot and said it sucked.
Yeah, bro, you know what I mean? Like, bro,
This
like
place sucks.
you and Hangman have ruined wrestling beef for me
Burning down houses.
forever. But he's a humble man. He was like, no, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre moved the industry forward. I was like, kudos to you, man, because you guys have ruined hardcore matches for me for
Yeah,
the rest of
bro.
my life.
I know
That's-
you can't be humble.
That's
You snuck into a man's house.
You kissed a
when they're a
child
kid.
on the forehead.
yeah.
Come on.
Wow, bro, crazy.
Literally
It's not
told
right.
told a 6-month-old baby, when I'm done with your father, you're gonna call me daddy.
Hey,
Bro, crazy.
hey. All right,
It's
that's not
nuts.
right. Let's take it.
That's
easy.
crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Ruined
Let's take it
hate
heat.
for me. They
No,
ruined
100%.
hatred for me.
100%. But when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are in the ring together, no matter if they're wrestling each other or if they're on the same side, it's
Yeah.
always magic. We're always
Yeah.
gonna see something really good. And I think Zombie King is right. I think they're gonna pull out some moves that are so-called banned from the WWE moveset, and we're just gonna see some things. I would love to see a table get lit on fire. You know what I mean? I think that'd be.
Ooh.
I would love to see things that we haven't seen
Okay,
on
Devon
WWE.
Dudley.
I'm just saying a couple of things that we haven't seen on WWE television. You know what I mean? I want to see them tap into a Mick Foley type of hardcore match.
I see thumbtacks. You know what?
I can see the
I
thumbtacks.
want to see. I want to see a little blood. Oh, wow. Put a little
Definitely, I
color.
definitely want to see blood.
Put
I also
a
want to
little
see.
color.
Also want to see Kevin Owens come out as like El Generico or something like that. I think that'd be hilarious.
I'm not gonna hold you. After Kevin Owens tried to kill himself on that ladder against Cody, I feel like there has to be a spot that tops that ladder spot.
It's gonna be a hard spot
You know,
at the top.
you know,
Yeah. It's gonna
it
be
is,
like a
bro. It was
brain buster onto a
it
ladder
can't
or
be a
some
brain
shit.
buster. And he it was an Alabama Slammer with zero body control. I generally feel like the Alabama
Oh.
Slammer is a hard move to control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you're,
It all
literally
depends on the
tossing-
guy.
Yes,
That's
I
true.
feel like you're just tossing somebody by the feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whee!
That's it.
Let's
And if they
let's
give
look.
you a little as they're coming, what? Come on.
Bro, he was 3 feet from
That's
dying. Bro.
worse.
I promise you he was.
I don't
That's
know what's
facts.
worse, that or a pile driver. I don't know.
What do you?
I mean,
what's-
pile drivers are easy. Don't get me wrong, they're easy to do. It's just the whole trust factor.
Ant,
That's
what is the
true.
hardest spot you have ever done in a match
Hardest
that
spot
you would do again?
that I would do again. See, I would definitely took a pile driver on the apron, not like the center on the apron,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
but I trust the guy. We had hundreds of matches together, so I trust him. But we got
What's-
a nice
what's-
reaction when he did that. So
What's the spot that you would never do again?
Oh, I know this one. Jump off a 25-foot ladder.
yeah, don't if you don't jump off a ladder, make sure someone's holding that motherfucker. But yeah, I think twice about jumping off a ladder. No, but I think actually this one it was with my pops. He gave me a fall away slam from the top rope.
Ooh.
Yeah, I jacked my fucking fingers up so badly on that shit. I'm like, my fingers now are like 3
Knowing
times.
that it was your
they're
pops, I
supposed
feel
to be.
like knowing that it was your pops,
Yeah.
I feel like that was on purpose.
It definitely was.
For some shit you did as a
Definitely
kid.
was.
You get it back.
For some shit, yeah, he had to
He
get
thought
back
about
at
that
you.
shit in the moment. He was like, I remember one time Ant didn't do his homework on time.
Yeah, one time he was watching the Japan tapes, and he tried to convince me to do this spot where I put him in a sleeper hold, and he goes off the top rope and goes backwards.
Oh, no, he's too big for that.
I was like, bro, that's not a spot. That's murder. What are you talking about? Spots?
That's like
That's
Nia Jax
child
doing
abuse.
her corner special sit on you. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna have
instant
my
KO.
lawyer front row for this match, sir.
Oh man,
Yeah, kill me.
Human Brenner's in the chat. He says put some respect on Big Jim. That's facts. Brennan the guy says that the match will be interesting. He said it will be interesting to see how WWE does the unsanctioned match. So we'll see. I feel like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, like I said, anytime they're in the ring together, it's going to be magic. I think they're going to have a great
Yeah.
match. You probably really could have gave a woman one of the mid card women's that spot instead to showcase your mid card titles. But like Chano says, it was just a band aid. It wasn't fixing any issues. Let's take a small break and we'll be right back.
Dive into a world where every pinfall, every suplex, and every promo is celebrated in fashion. From the legendary 3-count trivia to the iconic bad guy wrestling, we've got the latest gear to elevate your wrestling wardrobe. Show off your passion for the squared circle. It's not just clothing, it's a lifestyle. Come shop with us and unleash your inner champion at foursidesofthering.com. That's foursidesofthering.com.
foursidesofthering.com. We don't have a what's happening on X because NetRim is not here tonight with us, sadly. We don't have a down bad pick of the week because Brandon Savage isn't here with us, but I'm going to choose a down bad pick of the week, and it's just going to go to NXT and Shawn Michaels for bringing Moose.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Down bad pick of the week going to them. We don't need that man on television. He doesn't need to be standing across the center of our NXT champion Obafemi.
Why do you look like that? Yep.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh, relax your mouth, bro.
He's very similar to Oba.
Bro, that man was looking at Oba like that man was looking. No, yeah, that man was looking at Oba like, damn, I wish I was that big.
Yeah. What's that had that accent?
Come on, you know what I mean? He went from trying to face off with Oba to giving Lexus King a shot for the title. Which Zombie King? Do you just throw out challenges like that? Oh, if you want it, you just ask, bro. What?
Yeah, if I'm on the WWE, if it's TNA now, bro, go online. But anytime, what? Yeah, I'll challenge you to get on WWE Network. TNA.
Talking about the collab, who do you think is going to be the first person from either company to win a title on either company?
Now, you know it's WWE going to win the title first.
Off of TNA guy?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think that's a hard ask. I think it'll be because that'd be the same thing with AEW winning all the TNA belts.
Yeah.
If somebody in TNA does win something from NXT, it's going to be Lexus's King Heritage Cup.
I can see the tag belts going up. They really don't have any.
Fraxium is going to retire those tag titles, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They don't have nobody else to take them other than like you know what? I can see the Hardy Boys taking them and be double tag team.
Bro, that's Nick Rambo come out here, bro. Come on this show and just start ranting.
That's the last belt they're missing.
Right? I can definitely see that. And they trust them because they've been champions in that company before. Well, so I was
they do have a match next week, but it's not for the title, so you might be right. The Hardys might go over and be like, or Fraxium might go over.
I see the Hardy Boys as double tag champs in both promotions.
I could see that.
Let's Knicks win in overtime.
Hey, you heard it here first. The Knicks win in overtime.
Because if you know anything about the Knicks, they come off long breaks and they forget how to play basketball.
Let's talk about the Intercontinental Women's Championship. And you guys already know how I feel. I know Valkyria is the champion, but I feel like they don't care about her. She won it. They had her off of television. She hasn't really been shown with the title like that. She's not on this PLE. She hasn't been on the PLE since she's won a title, and she didn't even win it at the PLE. She won it on a Monday Night Raw. But we're getting Dakota Kai versus Valkyria 2. I want to know if this interests you, but I also want to know, do you feel like it should have been Ivy Nile instead of Dakota Kai? Let's start with the Zombie King.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe they're trying to be nice to Dakota Kai. I don't think I'm gonna put it like this. It's gonna be blunt, but they miss a cut when they're doing cuts, and yeah, I think she needs to be cut.
Comedy. Oh my god.
I mean, honestly,
it just hit me. I was like, oh my god.
And Valkyria, like I said before, she's a great wrestler. She just has no character, no pizzazz.
Funny. Isn't that the funny part? Like she doesn't have no character work, and they kind of like taking the character work opportunity away from her.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, her character reminds me of the the bird people in the Power Ranger movie. You know when they lost their suits and stuff and they come in, like, ah, that's
You
what
talking about? What,
I'm just saying. That's what she
ooze.
reminds me of,
From
bro.
the
She was
ooze.
like a stuffed double for one of those birds.
Yo, I'm
The
not gonna
great
hold you.
great granddaughter.
Ooze scared my son. I tried to put on the Power Ranger movie for a minute. Ooze scared the shit out of him. That shit was comedy.
Oh man, Chana, how you feeling, man? Are you interested in Dakota Kai versus Valkyria too, or do you feel like it should have been Ivy
Listen,
Nile?
first off, I want to acknowledge that great Power Ranger reference because Power Rangers is always welcome here. Listen, this is just lazy booking. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Why are we just running it back? You
Hey,
know what I mean? You could have
100%.
made a little feud out of this, but instead now we're just getting lazy booking women's championship matches. It's lazy as hell.
Yeah, and it's like
no.
for a girl who's just coming off an injury, she just got back.
What Dakota Kai is, she's right where she needs to be in the mid card
Mhm.
division, right? For women, that's fine. But like, this is just lazy in the fact that it was like, oh, I just want a championship, and I want to defend my champ. You know what I hate about babyface champions? They're so eager to defend their championship. For what? Why are
They
you
want to be
so
a
eager?
they want to be a fighting champion.
And I think that's the corniest shit ever. You fight so hard to win this gold, and you're ready to put your body on the line to lose it at a moment's notice. This is why, as an
Yeah.
adult, I love the heels because the heels was like, you didn't earn this opportunity to face me. What's wrong with you?
You just realize heels make sense.
Heels
That's
make
it.
sense. Like,
That's why
what,
we have
bro?
heels.
Do you know how hard I had to fight to win this championship? And you want to try to win this off me? The audacity
On a regular Friday?
on a regular Friday, not even on a PLE. You know, H only gives 5 matches on PLEs, and you don't want me to be part of one of those because you want to challenge me on a Friday? Not even.
Sound like a
Bro,
perfect heel.
get out of my face. When you win a number one contender match, let Nick Aldis call me and let me know when we set something up for the PLE. You want to fight me? The
No,
audacity.
I,
And I'd be in catering the
Tiffany
whole
Stratton
time.
needs to cut that promo.
you being catering the
You
whole
want to
time.
fight me on a
I mean,
Friday?
bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'd be in catering with my belt. I want to fight you for the title. Nigga, who are you
Yeah.
to fight me? Bro, I had to cheat my ass off to get the opportunity. Then I had to cheat my ass off to win the title. And you want to fight me just cause? Bro, go hither.
Go Heather.
The next time you come back, give me some curly fries. They're
I,
not giving me no more.
With cheese.
I agree with the both of you. I don't feel like we needed Dakota Kai versus Valkyria too. Just the first match was kind of lackluster. It just wasn't there. They gave Valkyria the title. I was kind of hyped for her. I was happy that she was to do this. I agree with Anthony. The wrestling is there 100%, but the gimmick is not. The character is not. You can't get behind that at all. So it's like, why should we cheer for her? But also, why should we boo her? I really feel like they have something incredible with Ivy Nile, and I felt like Ivy Nile would have been a better match because the story you could tell of
Yeah.
Ivy winning gold when Chad Gable comes back and the Creed brothers not having gold. You know what I mean? They could really put Ivy at a pedestal, and I feel like they dropped that ball. They could probably come back to it eventually, but if you bring Chad back and they don't have gold, then you got to have Chad be an asshole to them. You know what I mean? Like he has been. So I felt like it would have been different if the roles reversed, because the Creed brothers had the NXT titles and tag team titles while they were there. Ivy didn't have nothing. So now that they're on the main roster, give Ivy that mid card championship. She's a beast in the ring.
Yeah.
They hate her. She's in a well known faction that's hated. So it could have gone a lot of ways, right, for Ivy
Are
now.
they
And
hated? I don't think they're hated.
I mean, I don't like them. I'm
No,
still
I'm out, man.
I'm still Otis and Tozawa, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't consider them to be equal to each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't dislike them. I don't
But
hate
they're
them either.
but they are
I mean,
heels. Like Chad is a
they're
heel
heels,
though,
yeah.
so
Yeah, yeah, they could be heels. It doesn't mean like they're good.
but that's what I mean.
heels.
But I mean that's why they're hated because
Who hate?
I don't know.
I don't see nobody hate. Chad maybe. These two idiots. I don't hate them. I think it's mad funny whenever they do a backstage clip. Oh boy gets mad flustered when Liv Morgan's around. I think that shit's comedy. That man's not a heel.
You know what? You're right. I didn't even peep that, but I think about it. You're absolutely right.
Bro, it's not.
Um,
That's bro. First off, let me talk about my issue with Triple H booking heels. Triple H doesn't book heels to win shit unless you're a champion. What? It's 2025. Can we make heels great again? I felt if there's anything I think Triple H is going to take away from TK is make your heels great. make your baby faces some goddamn losers. Make them losers,
Okay.
bro. Because they are losers. I swear to God, bro. There's no
Mhm.
reason your baby faces should be winning these
Yeah.
many matches. And niggas is
I
ass.
understand what you're saying about make them great, but you can't make them great because you make them great, you turn perfect example. Rhea Ripley. She was a heel that
Yeah.
was great. Now she's a
Listen,
force to be a babyface.
bro, there was one thing that Chris Jericho said in the last 5 years that made absolute sense. And it was like, it's easy to be a babyface, but it's easier to be a heel. And when you become so great of a heel, they start to cheer you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that's what happened to Rhea, and that's slowly what's happening to Dom. You know what I mean? Like
Hey.
he's still getting booed, but it's that turn that it's turning to cheers for my boy.
Hey, when you're a really great babyface, they start to boo you. Look at my guy Cena.
Exactly what the thing because
true.
they
When you're
tired
too
they
good
tired
as a
of cheering for you.
babyface.
They start to boo you. So same thing with a heel. When you're a great heel, they start to slowly but surely they start to cheer you. That was the level that MJF was on. Remember at the peak of his
Mhm.
powers, that big of a heel and that big of an asshole that he was getting cheers.
Yeah.
That was the level of Swerve Strickland.
Peak
No.
exactly with Swerve. Exactly my point.
Yeah,
Like
no,
you
yeah.
need to make your heels more credible because you're gonna have all these babyface champions with all these heels trying to like all these losing ass heels because that's what they are. The heels that don't win matches.
True. Well,
Like
well
look at Finn
let's
Balor. Finn Balor probably has like a 15% win percentage in the last like
let's
3 years. It's
let's talk
crazy.
let's talk about a heel who I think is doing a phenomenal job right now and putting over Jey Uso as our world heavyweight champion Gunther. I think he's doing
To be fair,
a phenomenal job putting over Jey Uso
Yeah.
right now.
I don't even think it was great. I think he's just repeating the IWC's. I feel like he just be reading their tweets and be like, "This is
I
going
don't
on
know. I don't
Monday."
know. Him doing the Jey Uso
Well, it is.
the
It's
walkout
working.
entrance with the fans was comedy.
No, it was great. No, Gunther's dope. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just
I
a
I
little tired
think
of the boy.
Gunther's good at really like putting someone down. Like
He's mad condescending.
yeah,
Like
he's like, damn.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like even like you hear him doing the promo, you're like, even you be like, yo, damn, bro, you didn't have to say
Hey,
you didn't have to say that.
he said it 2 weeks ago, and it still runs through my mind. I'm like, damn, he really told Jey Uso, I didn't want you to pick me because I wanted to have a good match at WrestleMania. That's crazy, bro.
Damn, right? You're like, bro, bro, you didn't
and
have
bro,
to say that.
You're
and
right.
the
You did.
IWC
You
was
didn't
like,
have to
"Me
say that.
too. I wanted you to have a good match." But I'm telling you, I feel like he just be on Twitter reading these fucked up tweets and be like, "Jay, I'm putting this in the promo on Monday."
He doesn't even tell Jay.
Probably.
It's
He
smart.
just texts Adam, hey, promo with Jay on Monday. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say these words.
He didn't say these words. He just sends a screenshot. I'm saying this.
Yeah.
I'm saying
I'm gonna say
this.
this.
I'm saying
Hey,
this.
Probably got a highlighter. I'm
Oh,
gonna say
man.
that.
You only
I'm
hear
gonna
it
say
because your
this.
bum ass daddy and
Are
your
you not,
bum ass cousin.
John? Are you not liking the build with Gunther and Jey Uso to WrestleMania? Then
The fans have ruined it for me. I want to be honest with you.
This guy.
They
you're done
are.
with the yeet.
No. I love Jey Uso. I acknowledge my tribal chief, the only tribal chief. You know what I mean? But the Jey Uso haters and the Bloodline haters just suck away the joy of wrestling for me. I swear to God, bro, they're such miserable people.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
I
I
Do
feel
we
really
that.
even
enjoy
have a
this.
bloodline
You enjoy
anymore?
the man that only says Yeaton does a super kick 17 times? Yeah, I think he's great. You don't know wrestling. Go suck a dick. Fuck off. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Hey, it's one of those things, man.
Terrible.
You like who you like, and if you don't like that person, just don't tell me not to like that person. You can dislike
Mhm.
them all you want, but don't tell
Like
me.
who you like?
And then 3 tweets later, LA Knight should have won the Royal Rumble. Then I'm like, oh my God, where's my shotgun? I keep away for a rainy day.
I
So
like I
so
said,
Nick
LA
Ram,
Knight had a chance, and yeah, it's gone.
so Nick Ram is in the chat. He says, but they got Pat involved for some reason, and the reason why Gunther actually went to Pat McAfee is if you don't truly understand the story between Pat McAfee and Gunther, but also the relationship between Pat McAfee and Jey Uso. When Gunther was first IC title and got it main roster and all this other stuff, Pat used to glorify Gunther. But then when Jey Uso got in the picture, that's when Pat started doing the yeet, and Gunther pressed him the first time. Like, I saw you do that. Why would you do that? Like, you were supposed to be my guy. You're supposed to. That's why Gunther went to Pat and said, tell Jay how you really feel. And then they swapped it up, and Pat decided to go with the baby face and show his baby face ways and say, it's all about eating. Pat McAfee goes all out on the eating.
Yeah.
So does
I mean,
Michael Cole. This
Michael
man's
Cole
getting
now
money.
goes. Yeah, Michael Cole goes all out
Michael
for the
Cole
eating.
gonna
That's
break a hip. He need to calm down.
Did you see his interview with Impulsive? He was like, "Yeah, under Vince McMahon, I would have never been able to do any of this."
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Dabbing up rappers, I would
He
have
wasn't lying.
never.
He wasn't lying. Let's continue on. We were talking about Elimination Chamber. We were talking about the women's. We were talking about who was going to be next for Rhea Ripley. I want to know from the both of you: do you really think Roxanne could win the Chamber? Let's start with Chana.
Sure, why not? I mean, it has to be a heel. It's you're not gonna go babyface. The biggest match they could probably do in this chamber match is Bianca versus Rhea, right? But if it turns out Bianca and Naomi was working together against Jade, to put out Jade, why would Jade let that rock and why would let that happen? But to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I think it's gonna end up a triple threat match. I think it's gonna be Liv, Rhea, Io Sky at Mania 41.
I like that. I like that.
Because Io has a match that Monday for the title. Also, you know what's shitty about this Elimination Chamber? The 4 main world titles are not being defended as of right now. Both women's match titles aren't being defended. Both men's titles aren't being defended. That might change because Cody's low key in a beef with Solo, so it might be Cody versus Solo one more time.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I mean? So
or it could be like Cody in his own Elimination Chamber against the Bloodline.
As much as I
and he wins.
Oh no, I wouldn't like to see that. Could you imagine 5 Bloodline members and Cody Rhodes?
And Cody Rhodes, and
I would
he
need to
pins
take a
them
flight.
all.
That's
Bro,
it.
I would need to take a flight to Phoenix to see the anxiety on Mike's face.
Shout out to our guy, mouthing off with the mic. Zombie King, how you feeling? Do you think Roxanne could pull it off the chamber? Or do you think, are you thinking like China? It's probably going to be Liv Morgan, maybe Io Sky in a triple threat somehow, some way.
I hope it's not Liv Morgan. I think that's a story that's already been written. I think Roxanne's a sleeper. I think she's
could be
on a elevation up, and why not give her that spot?
I'm not gonna hold you. If she wins the Elimination Chamber, that means Triple H only knows how to book women one way: with the Rocket or nothing.
Or nothing.
Yeah.
If she wins the chamber, Nick Ram's going to have a field day.
Why
I
not?
mean,
She's good.
field day.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
she's
do you
incredible.
How do you feel about Io, Roxanne, and Rhea?
That'd be good. I just think Roxanne and Bayley are just gonna have their moment at Stand and Deliver.
They might.
I feel like that's the way they're gonna go. Fellas, we finally found out his name. Ricky Saints is all
Saints.
NXT. Are you liking the new name?
I don't
Not
care.
bad.
It's cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's
He-
close enough
he-
to what it is.
I was dying because that whole promo, bro. I was like, okay, nobody said his name. They just kept throwing the pronouns. Him, he. I was like, bro, just say the man's name. Say the man's name.
Goddamn name.
And then he signs the contract. When man hits his pose, he's pointing down. And he's pointing down. His name is Ricky Saints. Comes across. He's from New Orleans. He gave his whole explanation why he decided to go with Saints and all, this, that, and the third. I like the name change because it's fresh, it's new, but I
Yeah.
like the fact that he's staying himself. He's keeping that Ricky Starks gimmick just with a new name. He was pure comedy with, is everybody always mad around here? With the
Yeah.
backstage stuff happened, he's like, what the hell's going on around here? So I think he's going to be a great fit for NXT. I think he's going to do a lot of good things for NXT. I don't see him going for the world title anytime soon, but that North American Championship there is there for him to grab. So, maybe we'll see some good stuff between him and Tony D.
Is Tony D still the North American champion?
Yes, sir.
That's only shows you how long it's been since I watched NXT. I literally turned on NXT to go watch the Ricky Starks
Also,
game, and that was it.
Also on NXT, we had a debut of Mrs. Jordan Grace. How long do you guys think? Go
Is it a
ahead.
debut if she's been there multiple times already?
Well, it's her debut as an NXT superstar
Officially.
officially.
Semantics.
Before she was TNA. Political. It's
Semantics.
political. You're right.
Semantics.
But she makes her NXT debut in a match. She stands strong next to Julia and Stephanie Valkyria. How long do you guys think she'll be in NXT? You think it's going to be a short run, or do you think she'll be there for a period of time?
8 months. 8 months to a year.
Yeah, I think maybe. I think she gives a
It's
solid year into it.
it's better they stay on NXT while Triple H figures out what the hell is wrong with his women's division,
Yeah,
rather than throw them up there and try to figure it out then. You know what I mean?
100%.
I'm not gonna hold you. There might be more cuts for the women because there's a lot of women in that main roster not really carrying their weight.
That's true.
There's also booking sucks for them. Booking is ass. Women's
Not,
booking is
not for the NXT
terrible.
women. Not for the NXT women.
No. NXT women is perfectly booked.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about Raw and SmackDown. It
Got
is
you.
ass. It is ass cheeks. It is terrible.
I hear that.
It is
Um,
garbaggio.
I do agree. I give her like a year, maybe a year and a half. I think
I give all
her
three
and
of them.
Stephanie.
I gave all
Really?
three of them a year. All three of them 8 months to a year.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because Julia says she's working really hard to get her English up there, which I actually do appreciate. She
Mhm.
realized that's one of her shortcomings, and she's working really hard to tackle
Yeah.
it, which is dope.
I feel like they've all like Io Sky is somebody whose English has just gets better and better. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
She has proven that she could do it. And so yeah, Stephanie is also working on it. Julia is also working on it. So yeah, I agree with you. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's move on to a word from our sponsors.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad, Brandy's here to pick us right back up. Thanks to our partnership with SeatGeek, we got good seats and great prices. New users can score a fantastic $20 off their final ticket purchase by using the exclusive promo code 4SIDESOTR at checkout for any event. That's 4SIDESOTR. Tell them the bad guy sent you.
4 sides OTR if you're trying to go to any event. Toronto's right around
Say
the
that
corner
one
for
more time.
Elimination Chamber. You got Las Vegas with WrestleMania, New Jersey
say-
for SummerSlam.
I'm telling you right
Yeah.
now, if you need $20 off for them expensive ass WrestleMania tickets on SeatGeek, don't go, Brady, because you're already spending like $700 on tickets. What does
Say
$20
that money,
going to
man.
save
Yo,
you?
Yo, that
$20.
comes to
Sparkle.
us. That comes to us, right? That's
No.
20. That's $20.
Be financially responsible. If you're going to WrestleMania, pay full price or nothing.
Yes, and don't tell the furniture company that the bad guy sent you. It's not gonna work.
It doesn't
Yeah.
listen. They made me bring down my
That's right.
couch by myself. It's crazy.
Well, you guys already
I
know
said,
when you
I'm
see.
like, the bad guy told me. Who? Brandy Savage. Who?
Oh,
you
shit.
guys already know when you see the SeatGeek ad, it's a move the needle, and this week's move the needle is on our girl Jordan Grace, and I want to know, does she move the needle for the both of you? Let's start with the Zombie King.
Yeah. She's definitely does. She has a new unique look to her. So something new.
He says
Why not?
unique. He just means jacked.
she's
I
in
mean,
she's
yeah.
in she's in incredible shape. If you saw her maybe like 5-6 years ago, you wouldn't believe that that's the same.
No. Yeah, she posts before and afters all the time.
Yeah.
It's honestly crazy. But she's really a Jack Sabrina Carpenter. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh, okay.
I can see that.
If Sabrina Carpenter started lifting weights and going crazy and pumping iron, she'd be Jordan Grace. I promise you, bro. It's insanity.
Does she move the needle for you, John?
I don't listen. I'm not as familiar with Jordan Grace as you guys are. I've seen a couple of her TNA matches. I've seen her matches on when she did NXT. You know what I mean? I think she's a dope individual. When she first did the Royal Rumble, she went up to Bianca. She was like, "Have you ever done your finisher on the side of an apron?" And she was like, "No." She was like, "Do you want to?" She was like, "I would do this shit in front of 1,200 people. Nonetheless, as many people are here right now." So I think it's
100%.
dope, man. I think this is. I hate to say it, but the big leagues for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, say it like
very
Michael
few-
Cole. Welcome to the big leagues.
And I don't mean to the big leagues anything against AEW because they are an incredible company. But when I say that, I mean like the amount of shit people who come out to their events and
Mhm.
show wow and show love. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this exposure because WWE is that machine. Like if it doesn't work out for you in the E, like you have a fan base. Like you have people who genuinely fuck with you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because honestly, look at like AJ Francis, who's now on TNA. He's a stud on TNA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at the maximum male models; they are great on Ring of Honor. Nobody can tell me otherwise.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
No,
just
100%.
found out that Mason he ran a 4.6 in the NFL Combine. Bro, you
Damn.
understand? You understand how insane that is, bro?
He's big and jacked, dude. Pause.
did you
But
see? Did you see when they ran away with the one half of the Ring of Honor titles?
yeah, that was
It was-
hilarious.
And then he blew his man's in the dust. It was like, yo, bro, why you ran so fast? He's like, bro, I ran a 4.6. I ran a 4.6 on the combine.
I gotta show it off.
Gotta
Crazy
show it
more
up.
than I think.
No, I agree with you, man. I agree with both of you. Jordan Grace definitely moves the needle for me. I've had the opportunity to go watch her wrestle live against Masha Slamovich for the TNA World Championship, Women's World
Nice.
Championship. Incredible match. So yeah, Jordan Grace definitely moves the needle. Like Chano says, it's good to see her in the limelight of a major company doing really big things, and I think she's gonna do that. And when she goes main roster, it's gonna be really good. I
No,
want to talk.
it's
Go ahead.
before last thing on that. It should be good, but WWE needs to clean up the women's division. They need to clean up the women's division and the tag division because it's ass. Like it's terrible. Like I feel really bad for the Motor City Machine Guns because they are trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're trying to put that tag team division back into relevance, but it's just so fucking bad right now, man. It's. I like the word. Listen, if you guys didn't know, I'm a big Ivar guy. I think Ivar is one of the most talented big men we have ever seen in wrestling. I think that man. I think that man is an absolute stud. I'm not gonna hold you.
So,
That man is
number two.
again. From behind who?
Keith Lee.
Listen, let me.
He's not active.
When Keith Lee come back wrestling, let me know. So, but yeah, Ivar is the
I'm
most
just saying.
talented. Ivar is one of the most talented big man wrestling. That man, uber athletic. It's insane. I'm a big Ivar guy, but the tag division is so ass. And two, I don't take Ivar seriously because he sounds like such a nice guy.
Yeah. I mean, don't. I think Pretty Deadly's trying.
Pretty
They're
Deadly's
trying-
great.
Yes, there's a few
They're
tag teams that are
slowly. I
generally
mean,
they're trying. Generally,
Yeah.
bro, generally trying. DIY does not do it for me. You know who's trying? Tommaso Ciampa.
yeah.
Johnny
They've been
Gargano
kind of a
is not.
letdown.
Ciampa's a stud. Gargano drags that whole tag team down. The Street
agree.
Profits, they're trying, but the tag division is just not clicking.
You hear that, Knit Ram podcasting? You're not trying. Tommaso
Not-
Ciampa said it here.
Bro, just not trying, bro. It's something just not clicking,
Let's-
and I don't know what it is.
let's-
Raw's even worse. I don't even know what the Raw tag team division is.
Jordan Grace moves the needle for everybody here at Four Sides of the Ring.
Yes.
I want to talk about somebody that NXT signed and called up, and I want to know if you guys, I want to know what your thoughts are. Right? There's four major women that have been signed to NXT within the last few months.
Mm-hmm.
One being Julia, the second being Stephanie Valkyria, the third being now Jordan Grace. But before Jordan Grace, they had introduced Zarya, who was known as Delta. And I want to know if you guys, I want to know how you guys feel. Do you feel like Zarya should be worried, or do you think she's in a really good place at the moment in NXT, trying to build up her name and character? She is stuck with Sol Ruka right now, which is extremely random. And I had a conversation with Brendan the Guy about it. You know, Sol Ruka is just in these random storylines, but it's consistent randomness because
Yeah.
we get to see her face, no matter if it's in a match or a segment, TV, a video package or whatever the case might be. But I want to know if Zarya, I've seen on the IWC that Zarya, people are saying, oh, Zarya messed up. She shouldn't have gone there. She should have went somewhere else because they're not going to use her right. And she has came out and just told people, just be patient. Like everybody has their time. Everybody's going to get their time around here. Just be patient and her time's going to come. So how do you guys feel? Do you feel like she should be worried, or do you think she's in a good place?
I think she's in a good place. I mean, she's not being used. You know what I mean? She's a dominant force. I mean, that's how they're building her. I think she's fine. I think because she came and kind of left for a little bit, I think she has to go back to her like something with passport. I don't know what happened, but she came and then she left and she kind of disappeared for a little bit. So I think that kind of hurt her a little there. But there's a lot of heavy hitters on NXT, and unfortunately they signed multiple heavy hitters at the same time.
So, like to piggyback off it, the issue is it's not even an issue. It's a great problem to have. You can have Stephanie Valkyria, Julia, Jordan Grace, and Zarya all be dominant as hell. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yep.
Bro, you just can't. You can't do it. You do that, and people like, what happens to the rest of the women's division in NXT? What happened to it? You know what I mean? Like, That's what I say. You can't please everybody, and
100%.
you can't please everybody because she's having normal booking. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's partnering with Soul, who's an amazing talent in her own right. You know what I mean?
100%.
100%.
I think Soul has the best finisher in the game right now.
That's
The
crazy.
Soul Snatcher is first off the finisher name. The Soul Snatcher is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's right up there with Nothing But Net for me. For some reason, that Nothing But Net's just a fire ass finisher name.
It's a fire name.
Yeah, but Snow Snatcher is a fire name, and it's a fire
Yeah.
finish. It's an innovative finish.
Never seen it before.
So to have Zarya partnered up with her to do what they're doing right now is it's great. It's really great to see because that's actual normal booking for people just coming onto a show or a brand.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because essentially you're gonna get you're gonna get Soul versus Zarya, and then they're gonna segue from there. You know what I mean? This is just how the natural progression of natural booking comes. You can't book 4 women at the same time to be super crazy dominant because it just does not work that way.
No,
You know
I
what I
mean, 100%. All right.
Bro, it's especially the NXT women's division is super talented. They're super deep. You know what I mean? And there's a whole bunch of women on our roster still learning and still developing. And you don't want to be like, oh yeah, your development is over because we got to cultivate these 4 talents right here. And if you're out, you're out.
Yeah.
It's bad enough they have those 4 juggernauts on the roster that it kind of forces the other women to step up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, I've seen a lot of criticism like, oh, Julia and Stephanie taking away opportunities from other women. Opportunities are earned. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not earning your opportunities and somebody comes in and they earn the opportunity, you can't really be mad. It's a business at the end of the day. These people understand it. You got to trust in what you do.
Sometimes I feel like those fans are, they're taking opportunities away. It's just like, okay, but give me 2 women wrestlers on that roster right now that's better than Julia and Stephanie. Give me somebody that's better than Jordan Grace. Give me somebody that's better than Zarya. I think Zarya is in the perfect spot that she's in right now, and I only think that because she doesn't come to NXT with this major name that Julia had, right? That Stephanie Valkyria had, that Jordan Grace had in all their respective fields where they were working. TNA, Jordan Grace was the face for a long time. CMML, Stephanie Valkyria ran that division for a very long time. In Japan, Julia was just dominant in Japan for a very long time. Where Delta was climbing the ranks and people knew of her. If you were I'm not going to say true wrestling fan, but if you were watching indies and keeping up with that like that, right? You knew of Delta. You knew who she was. But like Chano says all the time, these common fans, these casuals don't do that. So they don't know who she is. So we have to give HBK that time to build up her name and allow her to showcase herself. And I think she's doing that pretty well. Right? Actually extremely well with Soul. And like Chano said, Soul is a credible woman to be working with. Let's not forget that she was one of the semifinalists for that NXT Women's Championship. She's been doing her thing, and I think when the time comes, and I hope that HBK takes something from Tony Khan and AEW and they show that the sidekick is the better piece. And when that turn happens, it's gonna cause for great TV.
You also know what's dope? You know what also super dope about this generation of NXT women that are ready for the main roster? Is that inevitably the wasted space on the main roster. Now I'm not gonna be like, oh, they're wasted. All of them are wasted space. No. But there's obviously some underdeveloping talent on that main roster, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it's time for them to go on their separate ways and these new influx of women come from NXT, it's gonna be amazing. Because truly, NXT has like 6-7 women right now that can be main roster ready by tomorrow, and it'll be fine. You got Fallon Henley. You have the other girl in that group. Jasmine Nick still needs work. She's still very green, and that's fine. NXT is a great place for her.
Mm-hmm.
You have Sol Ruka. Zarya can be main roster ready. You have Julie. You have Stephanie. You have Jordan Grace. Who else? I'm trying to think. Kalani needs a little bit more seasoning. Last Legend can be on the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I feel like Jakara could go if they go as a tag team, but if you're doing singles, Jakara might need a little bit more work.
Jakara needs a little more time just because you want her to go up when she can be ready as an individual and as a tag. You know what I mean? But she's on her way. So NXT has a lot
she's definitely on her way.
NXT has great talent right now. That's not a
Right.
problem. Like that's not really an issue.
Brendan, the guys in the chat, he says, and the women are main eventing PLEs, which is very true. But he also says this: not raising the bar anymore. NXT is becoming the standard for women's wrestling.
It is the stand. You don't gotta say becoming a women's standard. It's been the NXT has had the best women's division for months on end now.
I would say for the last year.
Yes.
For the last year, they probably have the best women's roster.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy is that Shawn Michaels is doing more with less.
100%.
You know, and that's crazy because, bro, I genuinely believe in my heart that Chris Allen was the best women's wrestler in all of wrestling last year. She was better than Toni. Toni took months off to go record a movie, which is fine. Make your bag, make your money. But Statlander was the most consistent from bell to bell. From January to December, the most consistent, the best women's wrestler last year. And she doesn't really have anything to show for it. But she does have some incredible wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like, bro, incredible. Mercedes, I've only seen great Mercedes matches with Statlander in the last year, so don't crucify the boy.
You're good. I mean, I could agree. I mean, you're right. Statlander just had an incredible match with Megan Bain this past Wednesday too. So that
You know why? Because it's super rare to see meaty women wrestle.
that's very true. And then they ruined that entire match with I'm sorry, but
I forgot who that was.
Thunder Rosa coming out with
Nah,
the chair.
Not Thunder Rosa, the other girl.
Oh, I was so confused.
Thunder Rosa was also bad. They tried to take the chair. I was like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Then she just let it go. She was like, oh,
bro, I'm like, yo,
swing.
Right. I'm like, Thunder Rosa, swing the chair. Get them out of the ring. That is your job. You went in there, you did not scare them. That was the problem.
You know what's mad funny? Have you seen that meme? Like when it's a Naruto meme. It's like when you're captive and you think Naruto is gonna save you, but it's Tenten.
I was tense. Oh man,
you just sick.
Last week, Chano, you weren't on with us. We talked about MJF. Maybe if AEW was fumbling MJF this week, he had an incredible promo battle with Hangman Adam Page, and Nick Ram called it. He said they're building MJF versus Hangman Adam Page, and I guess that's what we're getting. Not even I guess, it is what we're getting. Does this interest you? Does this bring back the MJF that you want to see? Obviously, this is a Hangman Adam Page that I think we've all grown to love since we've watched this transition for Hangman himself. But does this match, MJF versus Hangman Adam Page, interest you to get back into AEW, or does it interest you to just the match in general?
I'm not gonna hold you. First off, when did Hangman become a babyface? That man is a. First off, let's just stop something. He's a criminal. You know what I mean? my man is a real life supervillain. But here's the thing. I love AEW for the matches. That's why I love going to the pay-per-views. Because every single match in that card delivers. It's great wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I could never want from it. You know what I mean? To watch 10 to 12 matches, absolutely packed to the gills for 4.5, 5 hours. And let's watch great wrestling. I will never take it away from AEW. I will always watch the pay-per-view, even if I'm watching weekly or not, because it is great, phenomenal wrestling. The storyline is dope. The promo had me confused because my man is like, Christopher Daniels is a great man. I'm like, bro, you did this to him. You sick, demented. Fuck. Why are you so twisted? And bro, did you just shut up? Did you disassociate that whole entire match? I'd give my spine to him, bro. You did this to him. You sick man. You know what I mean? And MJF, listen, Maxwell is Maxwell. He's gonna be himself regardless. You're not gonna tell him to not be himself.
Right.
And he does what MJF does great, what he always does great. Rebuttals, he's witty. He throws some quick jabs in there. MJF's great. But I don't want to see Hangman going to bat for anybody else. I want to see psychopath Hangman Page willing to burn somebody's house down for fucking shits and giggles. You know what I mean? I don't want to see no other version. I don't want to see no other version of Hangman. I don't want to see Hangman say anything about how great Christopher Daniels is a great man. I don't want to see. I don't care how great I don't care what you think about Christopher Daniels, bro. You're a psychopath. You stabbed the man with a needle. I want to see more.
How you feeling, Zombie King? Does MJF versus Hangman Adam Page interest you at all?
It's getting there. getting there. Promos are helping.
What if Hangman burns his yarmulke?
First off,
Not the.
after what happened with Juice Robinson and the nickels and the roll of quarters, they would never burn MJF's.
That would be some crazy Craig on that.
We said AEW sets a bar. They like to go wild,
bro. Do you think
I think they get shut down and they do
that?
Think
TK can combat anti-Semitism and whatever? The Jewish hate. You think TK can battle Jewish hate, bro? Hell no, he can't do that, bro. Nobody. Listen,
it's going to be something crazy, and I know it's going to be something crazy.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be something wild, and it's going to be talking. We're going to be. I know we're for a fact we're going to be talking about it. How did they get away with doing that on TV?
Bro, I'm telling you right now.
What did Vince McMahon say in that documentary with Netflix? Everybody knows it's all kayfabe. It's not real.
Yeah, you said it to a whole bunch. You told it to a whole bunch of Jewish folk who just saw a yarmulke get burned live on television, bro. They would. I'm telling you, motherfuckers never seen a wrestling a day in their life. They could be boycotting the Jaguars and AEW. I'm telling you, bro. It's not a. Bro, Juice Robinson was doing that shit. Was punching motherfuckers with roller quarters for months on end.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody blinks an eye. He did it to a Jewish. He did it to a Jewish wrestler, and it was like, oh my god, this is a hate crime. Bro, he's been doing this for months. It doesn't matter. It matters this one time.
It matters this one time. You're right. It would be diabolical. But I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Fellas, what's up with Toni 4 times? What do you think? Who's next for her? Who's at this point? I don't think there's a woman on AEW right now who's just liable. I don't want to see Mercedes Moné.
No,
because it's going to be very cringe.
Yes,
I'm not going to hold you. I think TK keeps giving it to Toni Storm because there's no other woman on the roster who can hold that goddamn belt.
No,
that's facts.
You know what I mean, bro? I feel like he's just like, all right, we're gonna build another star, and the women just like, it's like the sea otter fucking trying to clean his cotton candy. It is just dissolving.
It's definitely she's 4-time women's champion. She's done an open challenge. This is a timeless era, she said. I feel like no matter what, it's like you said, I think Toni just knows like his women's division revolves around her, but they just don't have nobody, like, no matter who they put the title on, it's not fun anymore. And I'm a huge fan of Mariah May, but her title reign just wasn't fun. And I get, I get creative gets involved, but what's the whole, don't you have control of your creative and stuff like that? So I get it, but it's just not fun. But when Toni has that belt, I'm locked on.
Why? You know why? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You know why Mariah's reign wasn't great? Because the whole entire build up to Mariah winning the championship was she was losing a lot of matches, right? She lost like a lot of matches until the Owen Hart.
Mostly all of them.
And yeah, she won the Owen off like small packages and like cheating and all the other good shit. You know what I mean? Like she really connived her way to win that Owen. And then at All In, she put on a banger of a match and won the championship. It's like, how do we get from you barely winning matches to you beating Toni Storm clean as a whistle? You know what I mean? Like how did we get here?
Yeah.
So the character development of the story was great. You know what I mean? The story was executed to perfection. It was a beautiful story, beautiful conclusion. It's just the sequel to the movie had no foundation because it was supposed to end at 1. It was never supposed to have a sequel. How some movies do, you know what I mean? Because when you during the sequel, it opens up a whole bunch of plot holes. Okay, how is it believable to beat this person? How is it believable to beat this person? They've been winning dirty for so long. And it opens up a can of worms, and that's exactly what happened. And then there's nobody else on that roster ready to hold that title. Well, Chris Statlander is, but then I'm kind of concerned about another Chris Statlander reign because I feel like if she wins another title, they're gonna fumble her ass how they did. But she's much better than she was on her first TBS run. I will say
100%. Yeah, 100%. That's definitely facts.
Maybe Willow. Willow could be good.
Willow would be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what Tony Khan has planned for the new women's champion, Miss Timeless Tony Storm. I want to talk about something that kind of broke the IWC, and I thought this was crazy. I thought it was wild that people were complaining, and the rumor mill was going wild. But I'm happy that I have a professional wrestler on the pod, and I'm happy I have a super fan on the pod as well. So I want to start with Zombie King
What's up?
because you've wrestled in tons of wrestling rings,
Mm-hmm.
countless numbers of wrestling rings. My
many.
guy,
About this.
does ring size matter when it comes to professional wrestling?
The size matter. The size
yeah.
matter. And
Does the ring size matter to you?
Definitely matters. You can go from 16 by 16, 18 by 18, and 20 by 20. That definitely matters, especially if you're used to wrestling in the 16 by 16. 16 by 16 is usually like European rings. A lot of European style because it's mostly grappling and submission holds, so they only have big ass ring.
that's fair.
That's fair.
So usually, typically, they have smaller rings than the states. Depending who you are, you can have 18 by 18 or 20 by 20. Usually, it's 18 by 18. I
Yeah,
mean, like even
TK was saying they wrestled in 18 by 18s religiously.
They originally wrestled in a 20 by 20. That's their ring. Their ring is a
Yeah.
custom ring that's a 20 by 20, but the way it's built, it's a little different from your average like WWE ring, or TNA ring. The Zombie Kings, is right. Everybody has a different size. Your common is probably going to be the 16 by 16 in most indies. If you can afford to get the bigger one, it's going to be 18 by 18. But most major promotions are going to use a 20 by 20 because they want to showcase moves and stuff like that. Um, the professional wrestler does say ring size matter. Now let's ask the wrestling fan: does ring size matter to you?
I was super fan earlier. Now I'm just a fan.
Okay, the super. I'm sorry, the super fan.
How I get demoted in 10 minutes? That's crazy. Now listen, did I know was the ring weird? Yeah, it looked fucking weird. But you know what looked even weirder? That fucking step stool they had on the side of the ring. That shit looked so fucking bizarre, bro. I was like, where the fuck is the steps? No, my man's got a little stool.
Mhm.
You see Buddy
it.
Matthews? Did you see Buddy Matthews crash out on fucking Twitter afterward?
Yeah, I saw that too.
And then he deleted it. I was like, all right,
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure if that was real or not, but
I was
yeah,
like, if this
I
is
seen
real,
that post.
I was like, if this is
Yeah.
real, my man is really crashed the fuck out. I was like, I hope this will work. He was like the shitty ass 16 by 16 ring. Fuck,
Man,
that's
cra-
real
my man-
too.
makes a difference.
My man crashed in on the promotion that he used to wrestle for. That's crazy.
Nah.
But-
First off, that is wicked. Nah, it looked weird. It didn't look weird. I just think everything was closer. All the rope thing work they do. It just looks a little more tight, a little more compact.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do I personally care? Did it ruin my day that it was potentially a smaller ring? No. As I said, it was an 18 by 18. It just looked weird on television. I was like, all right, if I'm not gonna be arguing with people. I'm not gonna be arguing like, no, this looks wrong. Listen, I have a whole full-time job and a wife and kid at home that need me more than fucking bitching and moaning about what size of fucking wrestling room was.
Hey, listen,
Wrestling's
I've,
supposed to be an escape, man.
I've been to a lot of Zombie Kings matches, and one match that we went to, I don't think you were wrestling. Your dad was wrestling, but it was a boxing ring. It wasn't even a wrestling ring. It was a boxing ring. Like that was the craziest
do
thing I
that.
think. Don't do
Promoters
that.
don't do that. All right.
You know what's crazy? When I went to the
Don't
Zombie
convert a
King match,
boxing ring into a wrestling ring. Those hurt. Those stiff as
You
a
know-
mo. Might as well
you know
just fucking take a bump on concrete floor.
you know what's crazy? And when I went to go see Aaron wrestle at ECPW, they had a 30 by 30 ring. Shit was
fuck
big
that.
as hell. And then
I
Ant
ain't
told me they
wrestling.
got
That's
a
a lot of
45.
running, bro.
Then Ant
30
told me they
by
got a
30.
45 by 45.
Is
Wrestling
it,
ring in this day match.
Like,
Imagine?
like-
You'd be sick as hell, man. Trying to run
Hell
from
yeah.
corner to corner. Fucking marathon in that bitch.
It should
doing an old school.
3 steps. That's all you need. When you run the ropes, if you can't do the ring in 3 steps, you ain't doing it right.
Unless
Yo,
you're
the
John,
30
unless you're John Cena, you can take as many steps as you want.
Yeah, no.
Yo, fucking it's mad funny because did you see AEW with fucking the Outrunners did the old school all around the ring?
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
I thought that shit was dope. Could you imagine on 30 by 30? My man's just cramping by the time he touched that third rope.
Hell yeah.
Last question, then we'll move to our main event question. Zombie King, is it hard to adjust when you go from 16 to 18 to 20?
Yeah, a little bit. Depending if you don't know, like I do this one move where I do a cannonball in the corner, and most of the time before I try to get there early so I can measure the ring with my feet, so I know when to launch myself off. Obviously, when you have a smaller, bigger ring, you need to readjust. I mean, I remember one time I did uh, I'm usually wrestling in 18 by 18, but one time I did a 20, and it's been a while since I did a 20, and I did the cannonball, and I damn near missed because my measuring was off.
Yeah.
So it's definitely make a difference.
Okay. I just thought it was hilarious that everybody was just like going somatic about this and saying how unprofessional it was, and then you had guys like shout out to
Yeah,
QT.
I mean, as a fan, it looks weird, but it's still wrestling. Unless you're in the
Right.
fucking ring doing it, it's not really a frustration to you. You're the one sitting out and watching us do it.
Right.
It's more frustrating for the
fans
wrestlers.
the
to be
fans
in
that were
the ring.
saying the fans that were saying it's unprofessional by AEW. I can't believe Tony Khan couldn't plan it. The fact that he shout out to QT Marshall who came out and just said, y'all, we literally had this planned for months. Like everybody knew this is the ring that we were gonna use. And just shut up. Just shut up,
The internet
everybody.
doesn't want that. The internet doesn't want that. The internet want a QT Marshall to be like, my name is QT Marshall. I'm a cuck and I'm bad at my job. So yes, we ordered a smaller. So yes, we got a smaller one mistake. That's all
I
they
mean,
want.
was it
They
a
want
surprise to go to a 16 by 16? Yeah, of course.
Bro, they didn't go 16 by 16. All of them swear it was an 18 by 18 18 by 18 foot ring, bro. Everybody who actually matters and have a voice says no, it was 18 by 18. It's fucking the death of AEW handle on fucking Twitter saying it was a 16 by 16 because my granny said so. I'm like, fuck you and your granny.
Because Tony Khan couldn't get the ring out there to Australia. How could my favorite one was how could WWE get in a whole elimination chamber to Canada and you can't even get your ring to Australia?
Canada, you idiots.
And you own the fucking Jaguars. How does that fucking make sense?
Look,
you
like I said,
first to London, but you can't get a ring to Australia. The audacity of you, Mr. Khan. How dare you? How
dare you, Tony?
Like I said, they're in Europe, different. Usually, Australia, Europe, and stuff like that. They wrestle on a 16 by 16 ring, and that's their average size.
To be honest, I don't care about the ring size. The stoops is what bothered the shit out of me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I loved how a lot of wrestlers were coming out and they were just saying like 16 by 16, that's nothing. I wrestled in a 13 by 13 one time. And everybody would just started going off. And shout out to Speedball Mike Bailey. He was just like, y'all keep talking about feet. I wrestled in a 10 by 10 in inches.
It's just me, Oos.
I believe it, bro.
I thought that was hilarious, man.
Listen, fans are insufferable, man. Honestly, people just want AEW to fail, to fill their own sick, twisted fantasies, to be like they're all right.
100%. Let's move on to our main event question, fellas.
It looks like all the talking has been done. It's time for the main event.
Main event question, fellas, is who is having the more underwhelming reign? World Heavyweight Champion Gunther or WWE Universal Champion Cody Rhodes?
I'm gonna answer this. They both suck.
Wow.
Cody, I will say Cody's reign is slightly better because he had a great match with KO, but outside of that match with KO, it's been ass cheeks. Gunther's reign has been ass cheeks. You know what I mean? They both suck. They're not great. And Cody's gonna retain at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? It's just bad news. The nightmare is never gonna end. It's gonna go on forever and ever.
Zombie King?
I'm the complete opposite. I don't think they're the greatest brands of all time, but do I find them entertaining? Yeah. I mean, Cody Rhodes getting some decent matches, and Gunther is what we need as a proper heel. Like, Gunther is what a heel should be and what needs to be. He's not overdoing it with unnecessary comments about people's personal lives and stuff like that. He don't need
What?
to be because he don't need to
He's been
do it.
doing
He
that.
can get but not to a point how MJS will do it.
Oh, not a scumbagish. I don't know.
Not
I
a
feel like
scumbag,
I feel like
but yet not as scumbag, but still get the same reaction as he's doing it. So
nah. I don't feel like he's getting that crazy of a reaction because he basically told
I
Damian
think he
Priest he was a
is.
homeless. He told Damian Priest he was a homeless bum, and the crowd just went, meh.
Nah, I mean,
You know
like
what I
I said,
mean?
the way he put people down, and it's like he has me. He's like, bro, calm down. All right, you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to go there. Okay, take it easy. Like I said, they're not the greatest runs, but
I
are
mean,
they entertaining? Yes.
yeah.
There's nothing entertaining about Cody
I, th-
Machine Rhodes.
I think Cody's having the more underwhelming reign to. I mean, what he's got like 4 defenses against Kevin Owens. You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
Let's give it a fuck. He has 3.
okay,
He has
3
3 defenses. He fought AJ
One
Styles
less.
twice. He fought Solo like twice.
underwhelming. Underwhelming.
It's been Cody's reign has been underwhelming as fuck. It's boring. You know what I mean? They promised me a new Messiah.
But hey, I feel like Cody's slowly transitioning into the heel that I feel like everybody wants.
Yeah, he's gonna
And
be a great heel.
I'm not gonna lie, when that guy starts making children cry, I think it's gonna be great television.
Oh, I'm telling you, bro. He's gonna have children rebelling against their parents. He could be like, "Do your homework." I'm not going to, mom.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
The
Kids
bad
blowing their
guy.
hair.
So am I.
Cody Rhodes dyed his hair black, and so am I.
Could you imagine?
But yeah, I just feel like I like Gunther. I think Zombie King hits it right on the head for Gunther. He's a heel that we want. Is he the greatest right now? No, but it's still an entertaining reign to watch. He's been cutting up on the promos. He's been hitting those not as cheap as MJF. You know what I mean? He's not telling people, oh, when your dad killed himself, he should have shot his mother too. You know what I mean? Like
I'm not gonna do this.
You know, like
Damn.
Call me an asshole and fucked up, but I think that is when he does that shit like that. I'm like, wow. How does Tony give you a mic every single week,
bro? You're like how does Tony? I'm like, how did Roderick Strong allow him to say that?
Yeah.
You know why? Because they're probably good friends outside of it.
100%. Yeah.
No,
You think he's
you gotta
fucked
be
up?
good friends about that type of shit. Like,
You know how I'm a real sicko? Because when him and Christian Cage they fucked up shit like that, like Christian Cage's like, that's why your daddy dead. And I'm like, oh my god, I want more.
Jen's inside is like, yes,
bro. Nah,
yes.
when Nick Wayne told old boy, no one cares that your dad is dead. Get over it. I was like, damn, bro.
Jen did a standing ovation. I saw it.
Bro,
The video and
I swear to God,
everything.
bro. The more fucked up the
He
promo
shed a
is,
tear
the more
for
I
it.
love it. The more fucked up and grimy it is, bro, the more I love it. I'm like, oh my god,
It's hilarious.
you can say this. You can say this on television.
before
Jen's
we
looking
get out of
around
here.
like, no one's gonna stop him. No one's gonna stop him.
You decided to Shrock.
Yeah.
Imagine
My type of show.
Could you imagine MJS facing somebody's parent who's a crackhead? That's why your daddy smoked crack. Oh my god.
You a crack baby. You crack baby.
And if it was a baby face, and people would be like, your daddy's a crackhead.
Yeah. Oh my god.
No.
They bring me to tears, man.
can
Like,
see
why would
it.
these guys say things mean about me?
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns could have took some shots at Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? Like, your dad is, of course, your dad's the American dream. He cheated on your brother's mother and gave birth and had you. You know what I mean? Like, there could have been crazy
That's
things.
your half brother.
They respect Dusty. That's why they don't do that. If they
100%.
If they didn't respect Dusty, they'd be frying his ass up. Roman already fried his ass up. That first promo they had, they was like, you couldn't get over here, so you ran away. You started the company with your buddies and you ran away.
Right. When he hit him with the your father told me I was like the son he never had. I was like, damn.
And then he hit him with the dusty voice.
The
He was
dusty,
like, baby,
yeah.
you have it. You couldn't get away with. You couldn't give it away even if you wanted to. Baby, you are it.
And it was
Mhm.
good impression too. I'd be like,
It was
as
a
a
good
son, I'd be
impression.
like, bro, fuck you.
Nah, bro, it was solid. Bro, solid as
Respectfully.
fuck. Bro, solid as fuck.
Disrespectfully, fuck you.
Before we get out of here, I read. I just want to share this. I read that Martin Scorsese is doing a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Dwayne Johnson.
Oh,
that
man.
that apparently is somewhat like The Goodfellas and The Departed.
What is
and
the description?
it's about a mobster who is trying to take over Hawaii. I just don't get it. But but if this is the only if this is the only way The Rock can be a mobster, I'm cool with it. But if Jacob Fatu is not in the movie,
facts,
I won't believe it.
He gotta be Jacob Fatu. Gotta be in the movie and be like a fucking hitman or enforcer or something.
Just have that nigga be the sweetest person in the whole entire movie. Like he helps
That'd
old
be-
ladies across the street and shit. That the nigga
Just making
complete
tea and
180.
shit.
I'm not gonna hold you. Jacob Fatu is real cool because he recorded a video with like Jay's son. He's like, yeah, what up, nephew? He's like, I'm out here with my nephew. We just out here and shit.
Yeah.
Then backstage, I'm like, yo, this nigga man cool. That's
When
how
I
you know when
met-
cameras go on. He's just a fucking
Yeah, I'm
crackhead.
telling you. Look, I tell people all the time. The nicer they are in front, the more assholes they are in the back, and the more assholes they are up front, the nicer they are in the back.
You know what that means? That means Christian Cage.
Listen,
and
that's
MJF are
100%
saints.
true.
Christian Cage
I've
and MJF
actually-
are his saints.
I've actually heard a lot of good stories about like some just people talking about MJF, talking about how he's just a really good guy.
He's the sweetest dude ever. But that man stays in kayfabe all the time.
100%.
Throwing people's title belts
man.
and stuff.
Let's go ahead. Y'all go ahead and get your plugs while we get up out of here.
And when's your next match, my boy? When is your
Yo.
first match back? And where
First
is
one's
it?
back March 8th, up in New York against Adriel. Just today, I just found out today, March 15th, I have a 3-way with Super Crazy in Las Vegas, up in Jersey City. So keep an eye out on the Instagram, Zombie King 91. You can see on the screen. I'm back.
Alright, so when they post them on Instagram, I'll screenshot it and I'll post it on the 4 Sides page. So you wonderful people can go attend the Zombie King match and tell them the bad guy sent you. Just kidding. I sent you. You can find me at MySpace at channel DGod, the only God. And also on Twitter at CHANCKO_. Also on our Twitter page for SIDESOTR.
That's facts. Most importantly, you can follow me at the founder MH. But in reality, we really want you to follow all of our social media pages, 4 Sides of the Ring Podcast on Instagram, 4 Sides OTR on X. We're on Threads, we're on Blue Sky, we're on YouTube. You already know. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you've been watching this entire time, you should subscribe. You can catch me and Nitram will be at the AML, the Benton Convention Center down in downtown Winston-Salem. We will be at the AML event. Go and check out our guy Joe Hendry. But other than that, enjoy Friday Night SmackDown and enjoy.
Don't you guys have a merchandise table?
Yes, sir. We'll be at a merchandise table.
Selling that merch.
What are you
Selling the
selling?
merch.
Pick up a
What kind
shirt.
of merch are you selling?
We're selling all types of wrestling video games. We will have some 4 Sides of the Ring merch on the side as well. Get with your boys. We are going to be out there. Other than that,
Yo,
Go buy a shirt.
if you see Nitram and Marcus, ask them for the limited edition spicy link. Featuring your boys from 4 Sides of the Ring.
don't ask me for the links.
Ask for it.
The only link I got is the 3-way between Zombie. Who did we say it was? It was Zombie. It was I forgot what that 3-way was. We're gonna have to talk about it again. Other than that, everybody enjoy your weekend.
Enjoy.
Ask for the spicy link.
No,
I
don't
promise
ask.
it's not me. All right.
Listen,
Hey, you're the ringleader. What are you talking about? You hold the camera for us.
Hey, I'm behind the camera,
Hey.
not in front of it.
hey, we gotta get out of here. Always remember, if you're not enjoying wrestling, you're just not watching it right. We are 4 Sides of the Ring. We'll catch you guys next week.
All right, guys, I gotta be up mad early. My shit's uploaded. Peace, love, happiness to the Seven Kings.